Oh, it's time. Time to get radical.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Radical Comment of the Week for February 16th through the 22nd, 2021. These are the very best comments from that time period. Starting out with the three honorable mentions, we have Rusty Shackelford, Chris Ellis, and Juliet India Mobile. The bronze medal comes to us from Art Bell. 1,000th video on this channel since the Rick/reboot, I think. This one or the next. I want a Cellivid, pal. Any shot of doing a review of this and this guy PayTube site? The site Better Bachelor, who you're talking about. He says he has 240 payers or more. Like Babe Tubers, they seek OnlyFans payers. But YouTubers mostly seek OnlyFans of rich uncles to pay them. Clothing stays on. 283,000 subs for this guy, who is super careful to say this is bullspit, bedroom fun versus harsh terms. Ad money is not enough. Career tuber goal is strong in these ones. Also, the crazy chatter of, guys, please help. YouTube will take me away. Just a matter of time. My topics are too much. My pay piggies help stop censorship. Make me rich. YouTube adores Tim Pool, yet he keeps saying this to get sympathy uncles to slip some cash his way. Quartering as well. Outrage video specialist. Always puts on an angry show for pay. BB, Better Bachelor, video play at 1.5, a little faster. Play it a little faster. He speaks too slowly. The Google search term trend for dating as a subject is down from near 100% in 2004 to now 3%. People do not seek this info. Better Bachelor success is from helping people cope for not finding a mate for life. Moms seek out his channel, women and how to lure quality man to support her and kids, etc. I think this number is even to women as well. Date search term is long gone. Well, I find it to be interesting, probably how many women actually tune into channels like that. I know a lot of guys will tune into female dating advice channels. The idea being, well, here's a guy here from a guy's perspective. I want to learn about guys from a guy. And then there's a female from her perspective. If you want to learn about women, hey, learn about them through the female. Only thing is, you got to understand, women are bull spitters a lot of the time. The thing about women is, and some of you women here, I hate to offend you, but you gotta kind of admit. I mean, men lie too, but women are really, really big on the lying when it comes to dating. Chris Rock had a routine like, you wear high heels. You ain't that tall. You wear all that makeup. You don't look like that. God. Hurts my voice a little bit. Damn, excuse me 1 second. Gotta remind myself not to do Chris Rock. Where was I at? Yeah, but trying to ask women for dating advice, I don't know about that. I mean, maybe some people can have some luck with it. If the woman you're asking is, not someone that actually... I mean, there's some honest women out there. There are, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Just something iffy about those channels, The ones that basically say, hey, it's all about your personality. And women like funny guys. Funny guys, right? And again, probably Chris Rock. I can reference to some of his stand-up, right? Funny guys. Some women, I guess, but probably not the kind of women you're after, like the models that most men are after. Not really big on the funny guys. Maybe like the tall, dark, handsome, brooding types. The bad boys, I mean, women will clamber over the funny comedians to get to the bad boy. She might not want to date the bad boy, but she sure as hell want to fuck the bad boy. And you talk about one thing, which is a great jumping off point for a much bigger discussion, and that's the outrage video specialist you bring up. I'm actually going to put a pin in that and save that for another discussion one day. Thank you, Arbel. The silver medal comes to us from Falcom Fans RPG. I just can't justify it anymore, Rick. The state of game collecting in 2021 is not what it once was. Here's what happens. There will be a game on my want list which I'll buy when I have some spare money in between bills. It will be a moderately acceptable price. Then all of a sudden, a channel like GameSack, Metal Jesus, etc. does a video or stream with said game on my wish list. All the copies of that game on eBay vanish, and all that remains is the copies that are auction only. A few days later, copies will resurface again at double or more of the price. This has happened with so many games I wanted that I cannot keep track. Tato Legends on PS2, a super common game, James Rolfe does a video on it, and now it's over $30. A game that used to be $10 all day. The creators say, well, the price goes up after the video, but sooner or later the price will come back down. Which it never does. Easy to say when they already have the game. I'm not telling these channels not to make these types of videos because I do follow channels like GameSack and My Life in Gaming and enjoy their videos. I'm just relaying the state of game collecting in current times. And for me, what's the point? I have decided that I'm going to sell off my collection, keep only the games that I have sentimental value, and use that money to pay off some bills and buy EverDrives. Emulation has come a long way these last few years to a point where it's not even emulation anymore, but mimics actual hardware. I see little point in pumping hundreds, even thousands of dollars on 30-year-old cartridges when I can play anyone I want for free and on, quote, actual hardware. They even have add-ons for systems like the Mister that allows you to use real controllers on retro consoles. You know, what do you do? What do you do? People sometimes will come by Show Off Saturdays and they'll make the joke. Hey, you know, the price of those games have skyrocketed now. Hey, the price of that has skyrocketed. And the thing is, I don't have much really influence, you know, in the game collecting communities and whatever, right? So I know it's a joke. Now, the thing is, a lot of people criticize Metal Jesus because when he talks about games sometimes, the price goes up. And people get frustrated because they're trying to track down the game and they notice that it's went up because of like a Metal Jesus video or an Angry Video Game Nerd episode or something like that. So what do? I've thought about this a lot. You know, I think as long as the channel is actually just talking about the game and not really talking about its value or trying to intentionally raise the value, for instance, like Metal Jesus tried to get the value of that Legend of the Bird Crap game up. Like that was an attempt just to get the value up and to talk about the value of it. There's attempts made like that on that channel. But sometimes he's just talking about games just to talk about games. So I guess we have to like look at really the differences before we criticize a game discussion channel or a game collecting channel for talking about a game. And in the case of Angry Video Game Nerd, again, frustrating. I mean, didn't he have just a recent one talking about a game, or was it a movie? I'm not sure. But people have told me that after one of those episodes, prices might go up. So I don't know, like, it's just hard to really judge it, I guess. And there's plenty of things to criticize about someone like Metal Jesus that have absolutely nothing to do with, you know, him talking about video games just to really talk about them. Again, it goes with the intent. And the gold medal, the shiny gold medal, comes to us from GTV Japan. Yep, 2 years and almost 20,000 subscribers ago. Dear Lord, would I have been gone and never coming back? I gave up a lot of money, but it's working. The drive is stronger than ever, and so is the view count, and now this weekend I am hosting my own panel at the Uplink Gaming Con. One of us is getting the spotlight. Oh, Dreamcast guy is there, didn't you know? You should see the invite they made me. The guys that run it are really cool, but this video was a mishmash soundbite saying, come and join us, etc. But it's all MGR and Pat as well. If I say the name, I might get a copyright strike. I just kept watching it at first, perplexed, then I just laughed. But this is the success I was saying. Who's there? One of us! You could measure success in many ways. Viewers, money, and it's moving upward. But there's also a satisfaction that's part of the success. One part is that I was able to tie an idea and articulate it into a video that people watch and enjoy. The comments are great, but you need a good video to get good comments and good commentors. That's not automatic. The second part is that with each video that reaches a high level, 50K, 100K, 250K views, that's blocking another video, maybe someone who wouldn't appreciate the view and comment and probably not reply. But also means you're creating a comparison of self-funded / hobby video, whatever you want to call it, versus a career YouTuber who has baked in ads, Patreon shills, and other stuff filling up half the video. The other half usually recycled Switch eShop news. That's success. That's beating them, someday replacing them, and hopefully replaced with more people who follow the same example, which leads to an overall better YouTube for all. You know, I've learned a lot through the years, especially through the years of critical satire, specifically of YouTubers in the gaming community. People would sometimes stop by, especially in 2019, they would say, you know, Rick, why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep talking about this? You know, it's not going to have any success. You know, ultimately, you know, you're not going to get rid of all the YouTubers that you don't like on YouTube. And I said, what makes you think I want to get rid of any of them? What makes you think that? You know, people didn't understand that one goal that I had was maybe possibly being a spark, you know, inspiring others that maybe had channels like yourself there, GTV Japan, to be inspired to upload quality content. You know, the kind of uploads that I really currently, I could maybe do, but I'm not set up really with my editing software to do the kind of stuff that you do, which, I mean, I really enjoy your uploads. Those kind of uploads, I think, are needed from a channel that does not ebeg. From a person that just doesn't do the same things that a lot of these other channels, like a Dreamcast guy or an MGR, does. You know? There was a question, in a video I posed a while back, asking about, you know, well, what is ReviewTech USA's appeal, right? I mean, I check my my details here on the channel, and the channels that people that come here go to. You're one of the channels that a lot of people go to that come here, but also MGR and ReviewTech USA. And, you know, like I wonder, I'm like, okay, what is it that's making people go to these channels and subscribe to these channels and stay on those channels, even though they're coming here to hear me criticize a lot of these channels? Well, it's because people are not aware that there's a lot of other alternatives out there, non-ebegging alternatives to Metal Jesus and Dreamcast Guy. You know, there's a lot of gaming news channels out there that people could probably find that would actually give you the gaming news, but not have a Patreon, you know? So the thing is, it's really about not getting rid of them. It's about beating them at their own game. You know, whether it be commentary, whether it be sports uploads, whether it be, you know, movie reviews, whatever it is. And there's ebegging on every level in YouTube right now. There needs to be a rise of channels like yours, GTV Japan, to actually take on them and beat them at their own game.